And we're live.
Everyone's fatter now. I'm 300 pounds. You know, I'm the fattest I've ever been.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, look at this.
What was the previous fattest?
It doesn't sit right because I'm just. Oh, look at this. This is like sweat from my tip.
Oh, dude, I empathize so much with that.
It doesn't sit right because like I'm tall, but like there's like fat in here. Like Daddy's got a gut, and it's you know what? And it's funny because I didn't do Epic Mealtime for a year.
Mm-hmm.
So we stopped doing Epic Mealtime, and then I got the fattest I've ever been. As crazy as that is,
just stopping working out and just
the pandemic, just this gigantic like pressure of staying home. And I was in a little apartment. Like now I have a house. Things are different now. Like now I built a gym in my garage. I've been working out for like the last 5 days.
Nice.
That's different. Things are gonna get better. But it's because I sat around like I just did nothing. Like, you want to know what's so fat? Like, and I'm sure there's fatties listening to this podcast right now.
Sure,
like, my ankle hurts. Like, I'll stand up and then I'll be like, I gotta sit. My ankle. Like, that's how fat I am. Like, my own bones are like, bro, don't be standing for 20 minutes straight, man. And then if I stand like and try and put the pressure on my knees are like, no, not here, bro. You're not gonna find here. Sit your ass down.
Because you're at that height where you're on the cusp where things can just go wrong.
100%.
How many 81-year-old 6'7" guys do you know? Have you ever seen them? No.
None.
Because
I don't
all get fat during the pandemic and die early.
Yeah. Well, like I got like that's what I'm saying is like the ankles hurt, like standing hurts. And I know like, you know, people like I said, people have tits now, and those dudes didn't have tits before. But I'm changing now. I'm gonna switch that up. I got the gym, I'm going to it. But you know what? Like it didn't have to be like that. I should have got up and walked every day. Like I was stuck at home and it was easy to be on the bed, but like just like get up and walk and do something. And like also like I'll order like food and snack and shit. Like you should just be conscious that if you're gonna like snack, just do a little something. Just balance it out. Cause you know what? I realized I was able to do epic meals and maintain because I was existing and exercising here and there. When I stopped moving and stopped exercising, shit caught up, and now I'm a fat ass. It's like my ankle. I gotta sit because I was standing. Like standing has become an activity to my body. Like standing, like I do reps of standing now. Like, that's where we're at. So it's all been a disaster.
This gym is completely empty except for one stool.
3x12 standing reps.
and that in some twisted form of everything, I brought Epic Mealtime back. I was like, well, maybe if Epic Mealtime comes back, then I'll be fit again. So we just uploaded the second episode.
I didn't know that.
It's brand new. We just we sold some ad spots, you know, for like ball shavers and stuff like that, whatever. And that's what we're doing. I'm like, you know what? I wasn't uploading. I was doing a lot of game streaming and stuff. Now I got the space. I was living in like a shoebox. Like I was living like in the middle of Toronto. I tried to find a place fast, and I think like your space could be hard on you, and I didn't go out enough. I should have went out more. For all the fatties listening right now, fat ass, get your ass up and go outside a little bit. And I know that's so cliche, but I'm not trying to humiliate you in front of your friends. This is probably like, you know, you're watching this solo. Don't be fat like me, bro. You don't want to get to where your ankle hurts. Go and do something first.
There's no better, other than someone else fat shaming you at like an amusement park. Like I don't know if you should get on that ride. Like that would be the ultimate. I saw one dude at a Six Flags, and I was like maybe 12 years old, and he was on the Batman, which is one where you sit on it and your feet are dangling and you have to pull that thing down. I mean, it's at every Six Flags, just different names.
Yeah.
And like he even sat in rows 4 and 5, which is for the disgusting. And he was moving it down towards him. And even with like a slight extender, they're like, you got to move, bro. And it was like, I felt such a visceral sadness where I'm like, this poor
They kicked him off?
Yeah, because they were like, you can't safely ride this, and he had to get off, and he lumbered away. And I remember like I didn't know who he was, and I never saw him again. But I was so sad in that moment because even at like 12, I was like, oh my god, dude, that guy has been so fucking stressed the entire line. That's all that's been on his mind, and he gets here and like his
worst fears are realized,
and it's like, dude, that's fucking sad.
And then he went.
I saw the exact same shit. I was at Six Flags like 4 or 5 years ago with my
girlfriend. It's not uncommon.
It's not uncommon. So first of all, you got to keep in mind we're at Superman the Ride in Six Flags over Georgia. Badass ride, by the way. It's you get in it and it locks you in, and then it tilts you forward, so you are in like the Superman flying position, and then you go on like a crazy ride. And I've got like the special tickets or whatever that like get me to the very front of the line and get me in the front like car of the roller coaster. It's a little expensive, but it's worth it. And they're like right there behind us, and I can hear every word of this going down. And it's not the guy, it's his girlfriend.
Oh,
she doesn't fit.
And he does? He's smaller
he
than
does.
she is.
Oh, she's
Did she
huge.
make him get off?
She's huge. So they're like, at first, this like young black guy who like is working the ride tries to like force it. Like take a deep breath in. Like he literally says that, and he's like,
he's a SWAT officer kicking a door.
I like this guy though. I like him. Like,
I feel like she hasn't taken a deep breath in a long time.
He's trying to get her in there.
He's like, take a deep breath in, and he's like really rocking it, trying to get it to lock down over her fupa, and it won't go. It won't. And I'm just like looking out of the corner of my eye. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I gotta see what's going down behind me. And I'm looking at my girlfriend like, you know what's going on right here? And she's like, oh my God, what if she doesn't fit? And I'm like, she's not gonna fit. And sure enough, he's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. The ride won't lock. It wouldn't be. I think what he's thinking is like, what he's trying to say is like, it wouldn't be safe for you to ride the ride just hanging on real tight. like I don't know what he's thinking. Like it wouldn't be safe to let you continue. And she's like, oh, okay. And so they both, of course, because like what guy like is gonna ride the ride?
See you in 2 minutes.
I'll meet you at the bottom.
I like that black guy came. He's like, this wouldn't be safe. I like to imagine her like 5 minutes later buying like a crazy snack at the carnival, and he comes over. He's like, no, this wouldn't be safe either.
Yeah, no, that's corn dogs are for the thin. Like,
she wouldn't fucking fit. And like, oh,
I can't believe the guy got off too. He was,
of course, he got off.
If I were there with a fat friend,
girlfriend,
well, I wouldn't be with someone that couldn't fit on a roller coaster. That's absurd.
Can we go in a canoe, Kyle?
Though,
Kyle, can we go in a canoe?
There's no way. There's no way. Like, all right, let's just say your girlfriend's too petite. How about that? This you can probably make work in your mind. Your girlfriend is too little for the ride.
I'm not leaving. I waited in line.
You're seriously gonna?
She can stand where the shoes are near the cubbies.
She will be gone, and so will your shoes when you get back from Superman the Ride.
So I'll go to the water park.
you know who's with her?
You're gonna get blistered.
It's that dude. It's that dude that told her. The dude that told her it wasn't safe. Yeah. And you take off on the ride, and he's like, "Now that we're alone, it was safe the whole time." You know what I noticed?
There was a lot more slack in that harness. I just didn't feel like letting her ride. Let's go, guys. Have fun.
You know what? I noticed about fat people now that I'm fat.
Me too, man.
Fat people make a lot of like excuses. I did. I'm going to project everything I do onto fat people right now.
Okay.
I'll do it.
So, and I'm going to get my licks in right now, fat people, while I'm fat. Because if I ever do get like fitter, people will be like, "Hey, don't say that." I'll be like, "Bro, I was saying that when I was fat." But like fat people, like you make excuses, like you walk and you're like, "I gotta sit," like me, you know. Now it's the ankle, but before I'd be like, "Oh, I'm like really tired." It's like, "Yeah, you're tired. You're fat. That's why you're tired. You got to walk more."
I'd be tired too if I had a 100-pound backpack on.
Yeah, you're lifting basically.
Exactly. Yeah, you have like me. For me, it's like a 100-pound belt. I got like a 100-pound belt on, and I'm like walking around with like this like spare tire, and I'm like, I gotta sit, and it's like, no, you gotta keep walking. You actually have to do things. And I feel like that I did sleep on a lot of shit, like everything day to day during the pandemic. I was like, this is great, bro. I'm lying here. Uber Eats is coming. The food, snacking. Everyone's gaming and watching TV. So I don't need to feel guilty. But really, it's like at some point I had to. And I shouldn't have waited so long. Like, now my ankle hurts. My baby ankle. Before I compromised my ankle, I should have been like, you know what, Harley? Get your fat ass doing anything, bro. Walk around your kitchen table. Just be less of a fat. Like, you know when you're being a fat slob, fat ass.
That ties into what were you able to lie to yourself that you weren't as fat as you were? Because I have a talent for that. I have a gift.
I will tell myself like I've been fatter.
No, he's right. I got the 300. That's the fattest. And I'm like, great. Now I'm here. I knew that. I said that at 285 the whole time. I'm like, I've been fatter. I've been 287. And then I look at I'm 300. I'm like, well, now what do we do?
And you don't know that you're at 300 because there's that period of scale fear where you're like, I don't even want to see the damage that I've done.
All right.
And so you start off trying to diet half-assed, and then when you feel like you got a little bit of progress, you weigh yourself. That's how I've been.
This is how I gain weight. All right. So first of all, background. There is subcutaneous fat and visceral fat. Subcutaneous fat is right there under the cover. It's what gives you the rolls. It's what turns your arms from like that deltoid bicep tri bump to just sort of a hot dog, a straight thing. It's what hide your abs. That's subcutaneous fat. Then visceral fat is in your organs, and it just increases your general size. So I put on a subcutaneous fat like everybody does, but then it just piles on in visceral, right? I just get bigger and bigger. There's more Woody there to love, but it doesn't
your ribs just keep expanding.
Yeah, like my ribs get big. So I have a big rib cage to start with, and then the belly just expands out, but never rolls or anything. There's never a flab that tips over or anything like that. It just wider and wider, all in the middle there where it's unhealthy, but easier to lie about to me. And so I hit the number goes up on the scale, and I'm like, I have been doing push-ups, so that's probably what it is. It's probably all muscle.
No, because I worked up my back. It's a huge muscle. It actually weighs a lot.
Every once in a while, I'd look over, I'd see myself in the mirror from the back, and there's just pumpkin love handles.
Oh my god, it's the worst.
Have you ever seen a picture of yourself when you're in a fat phase from the back, bending over to pick something up?
Yeah.
It is heartbreaking.
Yeah, I was gonna say to all the fat
phase, the most devastating thing to see. Who's that? Oh no, that's me. That's me dominating that pumpkin patch.
So I'm down 17 pounds so far, and I think like chest and belly and stuff, it looks better, but it's just like a slightly better version of the previous me, right? Because I put on a lot of fat in the middle, but I've shrunk a lot in ways that I think are not obvious. But my jeans, when I put them on, I haven't unzipped the fly or unbuttoned the button in weeks now. I just put them on like sweatpants. My jeans are loose on me.
It's time for some new jeans.
It is, yeah. I have a belt on them.
Put your shoes on.
I have a belt on them, and they it looks like you poorly dressed a scarecrow. It's all bunched up and stuff at the waist. I bought new shorts. They come tomorrow. We'll see how it fits.
Of course, you bought new shorts.
That's what I wear more. I'm wearing them right now.
February.
What'd you do? Did you commit to something that you dropped 17 pounds? What happened that you
This is how it started, right? So I was still lying to myself.
Can I see you, by the way? Can I see you?
I guess.
Yeah, bro, you look great right now. You look, 17 pounds. I feel like 17 pounds more than that. Maybe you're a little skinny fat. Not a big deal, though. You know?
Yeah, I have what I call emerging abs. I don't want to show them to you.
No. You misunderstood what he said.
Yeah, I pulled my gut out and slapped it. I think you could pull
He wasn't saying you're currently skinny fat. He said 17 pounds ago you were maybe a little
I could see that being skinny fat, but still, you look good in clothes. A lot of people that watch your show probably don't even look good in clothes. I got clothes I don't look good in. And when I say that, I mean people like myself. I got clothes I don't look good in. I have a shirt that buttons up and the middle button is popping. So I'm just saying at least for you can still wake up, get dressed, and hide it through layers. Some people
a lot of compliments on my Twitch stream. Now here's the thing I have that you don't. I'm very old. So they would look at me and they'd be like, "What are you aging like fine wine? You look so good for," I'll be 48 in less than 2 weeks. You look so good for 47, 48. And I'm on this sliding scale. So all you have to do is be not decrepit. And they're like, "Woody, looking nice. Aren't you and the Crypt Keeper the same age? And you look way better than that guy." So I would get compliments on my stream, and it was just easy to me to perpetuate this lie. And here's how the weight loss started. I have this crooked bottom tooth, and I got braces. And with the braces, suddenly snacking became this huge inconvenience, right? You have to take the braces out. You have to brush the top. You have to brush the bottom. Anytime you eat anything, you have to brush your teeth before you put the braces back on. And snacks are convenient. Nothing is convenient about snacking anymore. It's like a 15-minute chore. And more than that, it's a very conscious decision. You don't just sit down and like not wear braces for a couple hours while you casually nibble on this or that. Like it's just a deliberate like entry that you do every time you eat. And that's how like the first 8 pounds or so came off. I just snacked less. And then that created this sort of like avalanche.
Well, you ramped up the exercise too in the middle of that.
After about 8 pounds, like I guess a little success bred some enthusiasm around it, and my friends are getting fitter, and that was motivating for me. And you know, it was like, man, like I don't know, like this is motivating, and my success is motivating, and let's take it to the next level. So then I started like I track every calorie now on. Is it chronometer? Is that how that's pronounced?
Yeah, chronometer.
Or chronometer? Anyway,
chronometer works too, but a chronometer is what measures the speed of bullets, so it's a little confusing.
Chronometer it is. So I track all my calories on chronometer, and I started lifting more and more. I lift 5 or 6 days a week now, and I'm like head over heels into it now. But yeah, it all started with the braces and just snowballed from there.